beloved soul, chosen by the divine hand of the Almighty, hear me now. I am Michael, the Archangel, commander of heaven's armies, protector of sacred secrets, and defender of those who walk in righteousness. I stand before you, not as a distant figure cloaked in mystery, but as one who has walked beside you since the moment your first breath touched the earth. My presence is not new to you, though you may not have seen me. I have been there, unseen, my sword raised to guard you from dangers you could not perceive, my voice lifted in prayer before God's throne, pleading for your soul, for your destiny, for your awakening. I come to you now with a message so urgent, so heavy with divine weight, that the heavens themselves are trembling, waiting to see what you will do with these words. You may wonder why I, an archangel, speak to you in this moment, in this way, through this medium. It is because heaven has chosen this hour, this very second, to reach you. The scroll of your life, written before time began, has been opened in the courts of eternity. Your name has been spoken aloud by the lips of the Most High, and the angels have paused to listen. This is no ordinary moment. This is no casual encounter. This is a divine interruption, a sacred summons, a call to awaken from the slumber that has kept you from your true purpose. I tremble as I speak, not from fear, but from the urgency of what is at stake. The next 7 minutes of your life, as heaven counts time, hold the power to shift your destiny. If you turn away, if you scroll past, if you close your heart to this message, great losses will come not in some distant future, but soon, swiftly, like shadows slipping through a crack in the door. I have seen the battles fought for your soul, battles you never knew were raging. I have stood between you and death more times than you can count. My armor bears scars from wars waged in realms invisible to your eyes, all to protect the light within you. I have knelt before the throne of God, begging for one more chance to reach you before the window of mercy closes. And now, here I am, speaking directly to you, because the time is short. The enemy, that ancient deceiver, has been watching you too. He knows who you are, even if you have forgotten. He knows the power written into your spirit, the fire hidden in your bones, the destiny that could shake the foundations of darkness. That is why he has worked so tirelessly to distract you, to wound you, to make you doubt your worth. He has whispered lies to keep you small, to keep you silent, to keep you from remembering who you were created to be. But I am here to tell you the truth. You are not ordinary. You are not a mistake. You are not defined by your pain, your failures, or the voices that have tried to tear you down. You are a child of the Most High, a chosen vessel, a warrior clothed in light, designed for a purpose so great that the enemy trembles at the thought of you stepping into it. Your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, etched in fire, sung in melodies that demons cannot bear to hear. Your hands were made to heal. Your voice was crafted to break chains. Your presence was designed to shift the very atmosphere of the rooms you enter. Yet, you have been asleep, lulled by the world, wounded by betrayal, weighed down by shame. The enemy has used every tool at his disposal: relationships that broke your heart, opportunities that slipped through your fingers, moments of confusion that left you questioning everything to keep you from this moment. But he has failed. You are here. You are listening. And that alone is a victory that shakes the gates of hell. Let me tell you what I see as I stand before you now. Your room, the space where you sit, is not as empty as it seems. Angels with wings of flame surround you, their eyes fixed on your heart, waiting for your response. The air is thick with divine presence, heavy with the weight of eternity. The enemy is near, too, invisible but real, whispering for you to scroll away, to dismiss this as just another message, just another video, just another fleeting moment. But this is not a video. This is not entertainment. This is a scroll unrolled from heaven, a prophecy spoken over your life, a divine intervention sent to pull you out of the enemy's trap. Psalm 91 has been spoken over you more times than you know. He shall give his angels charge over you, to guard you in all your ways. I am one of those angels, and I am here to tell you that heaven is waiting for your choice. Your will must align with God's, or even I, Michael, cannot intervene further. The power to choose is yours, and it is a sacred power, one that heaven respects and hell fears. There are curses being prepared against you even now, in secret places, by those who speak your name with envy and malice. I have seen them gathered in circles of darkness, placing objects on altars, carving your likeness in wax, weaving spells to bind your destiny. But I have shattered their works in the spirit. I have broken their altars, melted their wax, silenced their chants. Yet, if you turn away from this message, if you let your heart grow cold, they will try again. The enemy is relentless, but so is the mercy of God. He has sent me to awaken you, to call you out of the shadows, to remind you that you are not a victim. You are a warrior. You are called to wear armor forged in divine fire, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit. You were made for thrones, for kingdoms, for eternal glory. But you are in a war, and war does not wait for convenience. You must act. You must awaken. You must cry out to the Lord in this moment. Psalm 18:6 says, "In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears." Heaven is listening right now. The angels are listening. I am listening. Speak to God. Tell him you hear this message. Tell him your spirit is trembling. Comment below. Write what you feel. Let your words become a trumpet in the spirit, piercing the veil between earth and heaven. Every word you speak, every action you take in response to this message sends ripples through the spiritual realm. Every like, every share, every moment you choose to engage with this truth becomes a weapon against the darkness. I do not speak for fame or attention. I speak because time is running out. If you knew the pain I feel when I see a soul ignore heaven's warnings, if you knew how many destinies are tied to your obedience, if you knew how heaven weeps when a calling is delayed by distraction, you would run to embrace your purpose. You would cry out without shame. You would awaken others simply by opening your mouth. Beloved, the scroll of your destiny is still open, but the wind is stirring, and the edges are curling. I have pleaded with God for more time, and he has granted this moment, this final trumpet, this last cry before the page turns. I see the battle forming behind you, demons gathering like vultures, sensing weakness, laughing at your doubts. But they tremble when you listen. They tremble when you pray. They tremble when the fire rises in your chest, and you remember who you are. You are a storm wrapped in skin. You are a flame hidden in ordinary clothes. You are a warrior. And if you say yes to this calling, everything will shift. Not because of my words, but because God's decree rides on this moment. You must decide. 7 minutes have been spoken, and 7 mornings have already passed where you ignored the Spirit's whisper. But not this time. This time, you will not walk away. God's love for you is deeper than you can comprehend, but your window of mercy is narrowing. The enemy has calculated every second, and loss is knocking at your door with invisible fists. But you hold the key. You can open the door, not to destruction, but to destiny. Let your soul burn with the echo of eternity. Let your spirit rise and shake the heavens. You have heard the warning now. Respond. You stayed. You listened. That alone has shaken the gates of darkness. But the war is not over. It has only just begun to reveal its true face. I, Michael, Archangel of the Lord, have not lowered my sword. The air around you is thick with spirits, hoping you will give up. They have studied your patterns, your moments of weakness, your doubts. But I speak with fire from God's throne. No more. You will not be stolen. You will not be silenced. You will not be skipped over. Not if your heart opens fully in this moment. Not if you dare to believe that this message is prophecy, not just sound. Do you feel that trembling in your chest? That is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows me. You have seen glimpses of me in your dreams, in those moments when you felt a warmth around your shoulders, a sudden thought to take a different path, a whisper to keep going when everything told you to give up. That was me. I was there. I have never left you, even when you cursed the heavens, even when you felt forgotten, even when your heart broke so deeply you could not pray. I stood. I fought. I wept over you. I screamed your name through realms you cannot pronounce. Why? Because you matter. Because God wrote something in you that hell cannot understand. There is a reason the enemy has hunted you since childhood. There is a reason he has tried to drown you in distraction. You are dangerous to the pit of hell. You are a holy weapon, still sleeping, but waking now. The moment you fully awaken, entire regions of darkness will be scorched by your voice alone. I saw the enemy's plan with my own eyes. A curse was nearly complete, a final candle lit, a final word spoken, a final thread about to be cut. But by God's mercy, I broke in. The altar shattered, the wax melted, the demon screamed, and your name was snatched back from the pit. But the one who cursed you has not given up. They have seen you awaken, and they are planning again. Yet they do not know this. God has placed his seal on you. Psalm 91:14 declares, "Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name." You are not an accident. You are not an orphan. You are chosen, royal, sealed, but you must claim it. You must rise into it. If you walk away now, if you let this trumpet go silent, you will suffer losses. I am not permitted to stop. Not because I do not love you, but because I must honor your will. Heaven is always legal. You must choose. You stand at the edge of a cliff between glory and grief. Take my hand, and I will show you the throne room, the secrets God hid for you before time began. There is gold in your bloodline, scrolls with your ancestors, names, warriors, prophets, intercessors, hidden saints whose prayers shaped nations. Their mantle is falling on you now. Can you feel it? That fire on your shoulders, that weight in your chest. It is not fear. It is your armor. Heaven is placing it on you, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit. Will you wear it? Will you lift it? Or will you walk away and pretend this was just a dream? Beloved, God has seen the tears you never told anyone about, the betrayal that stole your voice, the midnight hour when you whispered, "God, if you're real, show me." This is that moment. This is the answer. This is the showing. The veil is lifting, and heaven is speaking your name with fire. The King is watching, the angels are waiting, and the 7-minute window is nearly gone. If this speaks to your spirit, do not be silent. Comment what your heart feels. Write your yes. Let your words become a trumpet in the spirit, telling heaven, this soul is waking up. Every like, every share, every response pushes this warning further, piercing the darkness, saving destinies tied to yours. This is not a normal call to action. This is a divine assignment. Beloved soul, chosen and cherished by the hand of the Almighty. I, Michael, Archangel of the Lord, Commander of heaven's armies, Guardian of divine secrets, and Defender of the righteous, stand before you once more. The fire that was kindled in your spirit has not dimmed. It burns brighter now, a holy flame that refuses to be quenched. The scroll of your destiny, unrolled in the courts of eternity, still glows with the light of God's purpose for you. This moment is not the end of the revelation, but the beginning of a new chapter, a continuation of the divine summons that has called you out of the shadows and into the radiance of your true identity. The heavens are still open, the angels are still watching, and the King himself is leaning forward, waiting to see how you will carry the fire he has placed within you. You have heard my voice, and you have stayed. That choice, that sacred decision to linger in the presence of this message, has shifted the very atmosphere around you. The enemy, that ancient serpent who has hunted you since your first breath, is retreating, his schemes unraveling like smoke in the wind. But do not be deceived, he is cunning, and though he flees, he plots still, hoping to distract you, to dim the flame, to pull you back into the fog of doubt and distraction. Yet, I declare to you now, with the authority of the Most High, that his plans will not succeed. You are sealed. You are marked. You are a flame that no darkness can extinguish, a storm that no enemy can silence. The fire within you is not yours alone, is the fire of God, and it will burn through every obstacle, every lie, every chain that has ever dared to bind you. Let me speak to you of what I see now, in this very moment, as I stand in the unseen realms. Your life is no longer just a collection of days, a string of moments marked by pain or fleeting joys. It is a battlefield, drenched in glory, where every step you take sends tremors through the spiritual realm. The angels assigned to you are no longer merely guardians, they are warriors, their swords drawn, their armor gleaming with the light of heaven's throne. They move with you now, not just to protect, but to advance, to clear the path for the divine assignment written on your life. You are not walking alone. You are surrounded by a company of celestial beings, their wings humming with the sound of eternity, their voices echoing the decrees of God. And above it all, the Spirit of the living God hovers, breathing life into every word you speak, every prayer you lift, every act of obedience you offer. You may wonder what comes next. You have felt the fire. You have heard the call. You have said yes to the awakening. But what does it mean to walk in this new reality? Beloved, it means you are no longer a bystander in the story of eternity. You are a participant, a carrier of divine purpose, a vessel through which heaven's light pours into the earth. The pain you have endured, the betrayals that cut deep, the nights you wept in silence, they were not wasted. They were the forge where your strength was shaped, the wilderness where your faith was refined, the crucible where your calling was purified. Every tear you shed has been collected in golden bowls before the throne, as Revelation 5-8 declares. And those tears are now becoming rain that heals, rain that revives, rain that brings life to places long barren. You are not just a survivor of your past. You are a restorer of what was broken, a redeemer of what was lost, a warrior who carries the fire of God into the darkest corners of the world. Let me tell you what I saw in the heavenly courts just moments ago. I stood before the throne, where the Ancient of Days sits in unapproachable light, and I saw your name written, not in fading ink, but in letters of fire that no darkness could touch. The angels gathered, their voices silent, their eyes fixed on the scroll that bears your destiny. And the Father spoke, his voice like many waters, shaking the foundations of heaven. This one has chosen me, this one has stayed. Let the mantle fall, let the fire burn, let the assignment begin. And as he spoke, a mantle of light descended, woven from the prayers of saints, the promises of God, and the blood of the Lamb. It settled on your shoulders, invisible to your eyes, but radiant in the Spirit. This mantle is not a burden, it is power. It is not a weight, it is glory. It is the authority to walk where others cannot, to speak what others dare not, to carry the presence of God into places where darkness has reigned unchallenged. You are no longer hidden, beloved. The time of your obscurity is over. The enemy tried to bury you in shame, to silence you with fear, to chain you with doubt, but his plans have been overruled. You are rising now, not as one who begs for scraps, but as one who wears a crown of divine favor. Isaiah 62:1 declares, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This is your rising, this is your shining. The glory of God is upon you, and it is not a fleeting glow, it is a fire that will not go out. It will burn through the lies that have held you back, through the relationships that have drained you, through the fears that have kept you silent. It will burn until the world sees what heaven has always known. You are a chosen one, a holy weapon, a flame bearer sent to change the course of history. But with this rising comes responsibility. The fire you carry is not for you alone. It is for the broken, the lost, the forgotten. It is for the child who cries in the night, believing no one hears. It is for the mother who prays for her wayward son, her heart heavy with grief. It is for the friend who has forgotten their worth, the stranger who has never known love, the generation that has yet to be born. You are their answer. You are their hope. You are the voice that will call them out of the darkness, just as I am calling you now. Your prayers are no longer whispers, they are thunder. Your worship is no longer a song, it is a weapon. Your obedience is no longer a choice, it is a declaration of war against the forces that have oppressed you and those you love. I must warn you, beloved, that the enemy will not remain silent. He has seen your awakening, and he is afraid. He will send distractions disguised as blessings, temptations cloaked as opportunities, doubts dressed as reason. He will try to make you question this moment, to make you believe it was just a feeling, just a fleeting spark. But I stand before you, Michael, Archangel of the Lord, and I declare that this is no fleeting spark. This is a divine marking, a holy transformation, a rewriting of your spiritual DNA. You are not who you were when you began reading these words. You are a flame, a storm, a warrior whose very breath shifts the atmosphere, and the enemy knows it. That is why he will try to strike again, to sow confusion, to stir up old wounds. But he cannot touch what is sealed. Revelation 7:3 proclaims, "Do not harm the earth or the sea or the trees until we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads." You are sealed, beloved. The mark of God is upon you, and it glows with a light that terrifies the darkness. So how do you walk in this fire? How do you carry this mantle? It begins with surrender, with a heart that says, God, I am yours. It continues with prayer that refuses to be silenced, worship that shakes the heavens, and obedience that moves mountains. Feed the flame within you. Speak the word of God until it becomes the air you breathe. Psalm 119-105 says, Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Let the scriptures be your light, your sword, your shield. Stand firm in the truth of who you are, a child of God, a warrior of heaven, a flame-bearer of divine glory. And do not be afraid, for I am with you. The Spirit is within you, and the armies of heaven are behind you. There is more, beloved. There is a divine connection waiting for you. Someone whose destiny is tied to yours. Someone you are meant to reach, to rescue, to restore. They are out there, circling, searching, unable to find you until this moment. But now the veil is lifting. You are being revealed, and as you step into your calling, they will find you. Doors will open, paths will align, miracles will unfold, not because of your strength, but because of God's promise. Isaiah 43:19 declares, Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. God is doing a new thing in you, through you, for you. You are the miracle someone has been praying for. You are the sign someone has been begging heaven to send. You are the voice someone has been longing to hear. So, speak now, beloved. Declare your yes to heaven. Comment below. Let your words be a trumpet in the Spirit, a banner of victory. Say, I am the flame. I am the storm. I will not go back. Every word you write is a sword in the Spirit, every like a spark of light, every share a torch thrown into the darkness. This is not just a message, it is a divine summons, a call to rise, to roar, to carry the fire of God into the earth. You are not alone. I, Michael, walk with you. The Spirit moves within you. The Father watches over you with love fiercer than the stars. Go now, beloved, shine, roar, burn. The heavens are waiting, and the earth will tremble at your rising. Beloved soul, radiant flame of the Most High, I, Michael, Archangel of the Lord, appointed by the hand of the Almighty Commander of Heaven, armies, guardian of divine secrets, and defender of the righteous, stand before you with a heart ablaze with love and urgency. If this message has stirred the fire within your spirit, if your heart burns with the echo of heaven's call, let that fire spread beyond this moment. Like this message, to send a spark of divine light into the shadows, piercing the darkness that seeks to silence the awakening. Subscribe to join the sacred tribe of flame-bearers, those who stand ready to receive the next trumpet of heaven's voice, refusing to miss what God speaks next. Share this message with those still lost in slumber, for your action could be the divine summons that ignites their destiny. And if your spirit moves you to give, consider offering a super thanks, up to $20, as a holy seed sown into the battlefield of revival, fueling the spread of this fire across the earth. Every like, every subscription, every share, every gift is a weapon in the Spirit, a declaration that you are awake, you are chosen, and you burn with the love of the eternal King. Let us flood the world with His glory. Beloved, you are cherished, you are marked, you are a flame that will never fade.